What do you know about drones?
Not a lot, really.
Yeah? If I was to fly this right now in the town centre with all these people, would you object to that?
Well, in the park, I would probably.
But you wouldn't say the town centre's probably...
No.
Would you feel a bit unsafe?
I would be worried about it.
I think it's a privacy thing. I think if it was somewhere like this, I don't think I would necessarily question someone's motives.
That interferes with an aircraft, it can bring down, 100, 150 people dead.
There's a public stigma built up against drones, and honestly, who can blame them?
Major airports shut down. All flights halted after a drone scare.
Drug smuggling drones strapped with more than 6 pounds of crystal meth.
The drone is within meters of its flight path.
This is becoming a very serious problem, with several reports of close calls with drones every day.
News reports seem to only show the actions of irresponsible pilots. And as the first generation to experience these devices in the hands of millions, fears about safety and privacy are being associated with what some consider to be a versatile tool.
I'm a cinematographer, and I do think having drone shot in my videos, it make it more cinematic. This limited space area for people to fly drone. It's for the health and safety, that's why they having laws and stuff, but I think they have to improve.
In the hands of responsible pilots, these devices can achieve incredible things. Progression in both video and remote aircraft has enabled filmmakers to reach perspectives once only possible with helicopters and Hollywood budgets. Whilst filmmaking is their commonly known purpose, drones have also been designed for agriculture, construction, and education.
The sooner they start to regulate drones, the sooner it's going to be safer for everybody else. We're still in such an early stage that they're still writing the rule book. It's constantly changing. You know completely that things only kind of make headway when something bad happens. And it's just unfortunate that until something like that happens, people don't really go and wake up and smell the coffee. We've got to do something about this and do it now. If it's there in the public domain and it's been made available to everybody, they've got no excuse to say, I didn't know. I did a roof inspection just the other day, and I had to contact the air traffic control. The police were notified. They were made aware of the whole thing as well. So again, you've got nothing to hide. All of those pilots that do it professionally and do it safely, it's great.
The commercial applications are often excluded from publication, because a drone safely inspecting a potentially dangerous building doesn't grab the attention of the general public. But this does.
All flights in and out of Gatwick have been suspended. 10,000 passengers have been affected, with many facing long delays.
In 2018, just before Christmas, a drone was spotted over Gatwick, the UK's second busiest airport. The disruption lasted days, causing distress and anger. And at the centre of the conversation was drones.
I've got over 20 units searching for the drone operator to try and locate him, to try and bring this situation to a close.
As a result of the failure of both the police and armed forces to track down the rogue pilot, calls for regulation were answered. And 1 year later, every drone in the UK over 250 grams now has to be registered with the Civil Aviation Authority, Britain's regulatory body of anything in the skies.
I was really surprised that the airports didn't have any early warning system. But the fact that it's been brought to a head, they're really, really steaming on with it now.
Progress in the law has been initiated, but it's not intended to ground drones permanently. It's intended to keep those who fly responsibly within a reasonable set of guidelines.
I think they've got a bad press, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there needs to be regulations.
But I think actually that's not a bad thing. But you got a camera, you don't think you would need a license to take photos.
Yeah.
But unless you're doing something like commercial.
I think it's a period of adjustment. It's making people more aware. I think we just, people need to use a bit more common sense and not do stupid stuff.
The news has yet to demonise the drone entirely, but the hope is that before that time can come, the public will recognise that the problem is not the device, it's the pilot.